Alright, today's brew is a basic red ale. I'm going to start with 3.8 kilograms of 2-row, 110 grams of Carafa 3, 110 grams of Crystal 40, and 50 grams of flaked oats, just to add a little bit of body. This is my first time using the RoboBrew with a full 5-gallon batch. I normally do 3-gallon batches, so I'm pretty sure it's going to take a bit longer to get the water up to temperature and then cooling, etc. So we'll see how it goes. The bittering is going to be 30 grams of East Kent Goldings at 60 minutes, 10 grams of East Kent Goldings at 30 minutes, and we're doing a 90-minute boil to really try and increase the red color. Shooting for about a 1050 starting gravity, hopefully get it down to a 1010 or a 1008 and try and get it in that 5% range. And I'm going to be throwing this on a big US-05 cake that I've got from a previous batch, and hopefully it'll burn through it quick. And that's about it, guys. So I'll get this grinded up and we'll get started. Okay, this is my little tip for this brewing thing, and this one is for all those that are frustrated with the RoboBrew handle, getting it in and out. You'll notice that sometimes when you want to get it in and out, or especially out, it doesn't quite fit. It's like it's the basket is being pushed too narrow, and honestly, the RoboBrew is not perfectly round. So give it a little bit of a turn, and then the handle can push in further and making this side free. So that's the key, is just to turn it to find that wider spot, and then it comes out much easier. Okay, just checking in on the mash here. Some really good color, some good clarity so far. We're almost an hour into it, so be shutting this down and getting the sparge going soon. Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I did a 30-minute at 64 degrees Celsius. And then now I bumped it up to 68 Celsius because I want like a little bit of a mix of body and fermentability, and we'll see how it turns out. Here's my high-tech sparging method. Water comes out of my tap hot at about 48, 49 Celsius, so that's good enough for sparging. So the North American version of the RoboBrew runs on 120 volts, up to 120 volts, 110 or whatever you have. But honestly, as soon as you get that malt pipe up, get that baby on, cranking, both elements on. The earlier you start to get whatever's in the kettle already up to temperature, the shorter your brew day is going to be. So don't wait for the sparge to be done. Get it on as fast as possible. Okay, the sparge is done. Let's take a look at the grains to see if there's any channeling. This is my method. Again, a lot of people don't believe me that this works or that it's necessary, but perfectly even grain, no channeling, whatever. So I'm going to continue to do this top plate on top of that, whatever the hell this thing is, method seems to be working for me. Okay, I was looking for a pre-boil volume of 25.5 liters, and I'm about there now. Notice the intensity of the boil on the North American version. Not great, but it just does the job. Anyway, gonna boil for 30 minutes and then start the 60-minute edition because we're boiling for 90. Okay, we're just about 30 minutes in, and I just checked my hops. I do not have any East Kent Goldings left, so I'm going to substitute Fuggle hops. This is an old 2017 crop, so probably going to be around 4.7, 4.8 alpha acid on them. So I'm going to use 30 grams, the same as I was going to with the East Kent Goldings at 60 minutes. And then I'm going to use Styrian Goldings for the 30-minute 10-gram hop addition to get that earthy flavor that the East Kent should have done. So all in all, it should be similar, not quite the same, but similar in kind of what I'm looking for anyway. Okay, so the wort chiller's been in for about 10 minutes when I added the Whirlflock tablet, and I have reached the end of the boil. Got the pump running to cool it down and oxygenate the wort, and we're trying to cool it down as quickly as we can. The wort's looking, got a good red hue to it. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We'll see what the numbers are. I did a pre-boil gravity, and I was aiming for
1041 pre-boil with a 90-minute boil in hopes to, get it to that 5% range, and I hit 1042. So we'll see what it is once it's cooled down with the numbers, and do a summary or some kind of recap, and then we'll be done. Okay, so final reading looks like it's about 1048, 1049 maybe-ish. It's still a touch warm, but around 1048 is a little bit under what I thought I was going to get. I thought it was kind of aiming for a 1050, but it's in the ballpark, so should be close to 5%, probably 4.9 or something like that. But that's perfectly good. The color is excellent, and can't wait for this one to be fermented and give it a shot. Dumped it on a US-05 yeast cake, so a pretty big one too. So this should blast through it in about 3 or 4 days, and then I'll let it settle down, and then I'll get it into a keg and cold crash it, and hopefully it's nice and clear. But who knows? We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys.